Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Valley Views. I'm Alexander Spilichny, here with the superintendent of Sig Valley, Dr. Cardillo. Hello, Doctor.
How are you?
Today, in honor of the holiday season, we will be baking holiday cookies. And I don't know if most of you out there know, but Dr. Cardillo has a interest in cooking. So can I start off by asking you, Doctor, where did this interest sprout from?
Well, what a lot of people don't know about me is when I was in high school, I was a culinary student, and I also worked in a pastry shop from the age of 16 years old till I was 25 years old. I put myself through college, bought my first car, paid for half of my wedding, and really learned how to do the art of what pastry making is, cooking, selling, all of that area. So I really loved it. So it's something that relaxes me.
Well, let's get started then.
Okay, so you're doing some basic chocolate chip cookies.
Yes.
I see here today.
Yes, my mother's recipe.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Okay.
So I can't wait to taste them. So of course you're going to start with taking your dry ingredients, which is the flour, the baking soda, and the salt, and you're going to put that together in this bowl. Make sure that when you bake, your measurements have to be really specific.
Exact.
When you cook, they don't need to be, but when you bake, they do.
Of course. Okay, so we will start off with the flour. I'm
Correct.
presuming?
So you have 1.5 cups of flour. Here you go. 1.5.
So I always see in the cooking channel they like to level it out.
Right, and in real life, you would have a knife where you would just shave off the top. But let's get it as close as possible. Still too much. Good. Okay. So that's your 1, and you need a 1/2.
Okay. Oh, and we have a knife.
And we have a knife.
Thank you, Doctor.
The magic of television.
Does it look good?
Very good.
Okay.
Okay.
Flour is in.
You need a teaspoon of baking soda, which is here.
Now, does the same rule go for the baking soda?
Yes, of course.
What does the baking soda do anyway? I know my mom uses it in the washing machine sometimes.
Well, baking soda has a lot of uses.
Uh-huh.
Some people put a box of it in the refrigerator or their freezer because it helps with keeping everything fresh in there. But for this purposes, it helps to balance everything out.
Okay.
Okay? And a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And salt, when you bake and you put salt in, or you put salt in any recipe that you have, it really helps to enhance the flavor.
Yeah, because when you think of chocolate chip cookies, you don't really think of the salt. But...
Correct. Beautiful. Okay. Very good. So you'll whisk that a little bit and set it aside. The next thing you're going to take is your butter, which has been softened, I see. Your sugar, your 2 sugars, and your egg, and you're going to put it in that mixing bowl.
And how much butter are we using?
So the butter is a 1/2 stick of butter,
Okay.
which you see your ingredients here, right? Here,
Oh, right on the
right
package.
here. Now you're precise. Good.
That's helpful.
Good. A 1/2 on your brown sugar.
A cup of brown sugar.
Mm-hmm. You're doing a great job here.
Thank you. Is there a difference between brown and, I guess, white sugar? I mean, we don't really call white sugar.
It's granulated sugar. I I don't know the actual answer, the scientific answer, but I know that a lot of brown sugars are used in baking.
Okay.
Okay. But here with chocolate chip cookies, you do a mixture of both. So you need 6 now tablespoons of granulated sugar.
And I mean, I don't think we need to even it out that much. I mean,
You have to be careful.
We
Go
like
ahead.
we like a lot of sugar in our cookies.
Yes,
as
we know
kids.
that. And I'm sure Santa Claus just can't get enough sugar.
Oh yes. Well, speaking of Santa Claus, what are some of the traditions you and your family do for the holiday season?
Well, in my house and in our family, the holiday season does center a lot around cooking. Of course, we do the actual gift giving, but we celebrate Christmas Eve as the main piece of the holiday. We do the Feast of the Seven Fishes, where we all cook different fishes and bring it to the table. When my mother-in-law was alive, she did it all by herself, but now we split it all up. And so that's a tradition that's been in our family for years. And then from that, you go into exactly all the cooking and all of the baking and the sweets that are out there. There's a specific cookie called a struffola in Italian that I make, and it's they're little round puffs of dough that you mix together, and then you fry them in oil, and then you coat them with honey and an orange flavoring. And they're very delicious, very nice, and that is definitely a Christmas Eve tradition for us.
That sounds really nice.
Mm-hmm. A lot of work, but well worth the work. Okay, so you need an egg. Crack your egg in there.
Oh boy.
Good job.
My mom taught me how to do that.
You did a nice job with that. A teaspoon of vanilla.
Vanilla extract. This was my favorite ingredient because of the way it smells. Oh. Packaging.
New bottle.
Would you like to take a whiff?
Beautiful.
Oh, my favorite. 1 teaspoon.
A teaspoon. Go ahead. Beautiful. Okay, and
Thank
then your chocolate chips, which I believe this is 2.5 cups already measured out for you.
Perfect.
Beautiful. Okay.
So let's throw these right in.
Mm-hmm.
Most important part.
Good. Whisk it a little bit and then put it on your Now you can put it on here and let the machine do the job for you. You always have to make sure that it's locked in.
Oh.
Okay? This comes down, this goes this way, and then you can turn on your on button, which on this machine is there. And so you see all these ingredients, the egg is allowing all these ingredients to cream together, and you will begin now to add your dry ingredients little by little. So you'll give me this and begin to do, let's stop this. Okay, go ahead.
Oh yeah.
See? Coming together.
Starting to look like cookie dough.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's do a little more because you don't want to over process. Okay, give it your best shot. So it doesn't take long to mix up the dough. It doesn't take long to form the cookies and pop them in a 350-degree oven. And it doesn't take long to bake them. But it's all about setting aside time to do this. You cannot multitask and bake at the same time.
And you definitely want to take your time and enjoy the actual processes because,
Right.
I mean, this is a lot more rewarding than just buying a package of cookies from the store.
And so you really need to pay attention to what you're doing. So let's finish this up. I think we're good.
We've got some residue.
Okay, where's the knife? Okay, and where do we have our cookie tray?
Right here. With
Okay, with parchment,
wax,
right?
yes, parchment paper. Already
Beautiful,
set.
beautiful. So a lot of times you will see in grocery stores large chocolate chip cookies and you know, big packages of cookies, and they're wonderful. But at the holiday time, if you're really doing batches of cookies to put on the table for Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, you want everything to kind of look uniform and pretty tiny, because you want everybody to taste all the different other cookies that go along with this. So I would make these the size of a quarter, so that when they bake, they come out nice and tiny, and you can pop them in your mouth for a nice, you know, quick taste of chocolate chip cookie, and maybe move on to other cookies, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, during the holidays, there's always so many different desserts to choose from.
It is true.
And it's kind of like you gotta pick which one, because after a few bites, I mean, I'm full, but I'm full from dinner still, but I'm still gonna get a little dessert.
Right. And I have to tell you that just because my heritage is Italian, that's what I do, but there are beautiful heritages that come with other nationalities that I love. Like, I have friends who are French who do certain things for desserts and for holiday meals and different things like that. So you want to be able to everybody celebrates in their own culture and the things that they do, but you also want to be able to know, at least I do, I want to know what other people do, because I think it's, the more we know about other people, the better it is that we understand each other, right?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, so start scooping. So let me ask you about your Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. What are some of the traditions in your family?
Well, I don't know if that's too big. That looks a little big.
A little bit. Okay.
I'll cut those in half.
Uh-huh. That's good.
Well, for Christmas Eve, I usually go to my aunt's house, and she'll always make Christmas ham.
Oh, nice.
I guess it's more of a Christmas Day thing, but I kind of have ham twice, I guess. Then I go to my uncle's house on Christmas Day, and we'll also have a ham. But then my aunt will also make lamb, which I don't have often.
Mm-hmm. And what is your heritage?
Well, my mom is Syrian, and my father is Ukrainian and Russian. So for Christmas Eve, I'll go over my aunt, who is on my father's side, and then for Christmas Day, I'll go over my uncle's, who's on my mother's side.
Okay, so let's move this down a little bit, because you want to sit a little. Yeah, that's good. Right there, good. You want to give them space to breathe. Good. Okay. So that's really nice. You get to spend time with cousins and everything.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
We have huge families when we're all together.
Right. When I was young, we spent a lot of time at my aunt's house and with cousins during the holidays, and we would have grab bags and hang out in each other's rooms and just have fun on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. It was really a great time. I have some great memories about that.
Of course, I think more than any of the presents or anything, the best part is, of course, family.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. Great job. Just another row, and you should have it. And then we'll pop these in the oven and see what we get.
And how long do these take to?
I think 8 to 10 minutes should
That's pretty
make it
fast.
happen.
So basically, the majority of the work is already done.
Mm-hmm.
All we got to do is sit back and wait for the oven to do its thing.
Right. And pay attention.
Of course.
And pay attention, because if you walk away, 8 to 10 minutes is nothing. You come back, you'll have a burnt cookie, which I have done sometimes, trying to do too many things.
You live and
Okay.
learn.
So we're good here?
Yep.
All right, let's pop
Preset.
it in the oven. Good to go. Very good.
In
Okay.
8 to 10 minutes, we will be back.
Thank you.
And with the magic of TV, we're back 8 to 10 minutes later. We're going to check out our cookies.
And this room smells absolutely delicious.
It really filled the whole room. There's no
Which is what your house smells like when you get into this work.
Look at these.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm gonna try one of these.
Okay. Very nice. A good crunch. Terrific.
Just like my mama just.
Terrific. Good job. Very nice, Alex. I think you're on your way to maybe a new career choice. I don't know. You're a very versatile student,
Maybe.
but you have potential.
I have to say thank you, Dr. Cardillo, and thank you for coming on the show today to help us make these cookies. I couldn't have done it without you.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. While we're here, I want to say that I wish all of the students and the staff a beautiful, healthy holiday season, and whatever you do in your home to celebrate your tradition is wonderful, and I hope that you spend the time doing just that. Thank you.